Thanks for taking the time to talk with us today. How are you doing?
Oh, buddy, I'm so good. I'm thrilled to be here. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing having to watch back everything this morning? How are you feeling about everything from last night?
Oh, it's the best. It's really good. It's really good. I was just like, I felt so good after getting home and just the past couple months. The past like month has been pretty hard. Just like thinking about I'm really bad at anticipation. I don't like anticipation. Um, and that part has been rough. But like watching it, like I'm watching it's hard to believe I'm watching my dream come true. Like I'm
Right.
watching me do the show. And it's funny. Like it's like I am so glad that like my whole arc, my two episodes are funny. Like it's a funny series of events, which I like. I'll take that. I am so beyond blessed to be able to do any of this. This is like crazy cool.
Now, your troubles began right from the start, the whole incident with the ship and about a lot of people don't understand or maybe don't appreciate what anxiety can do to you. So explain, if you could explain what happened at the time and what happened afterwards, because you had to be seen by medical and stuff, didn't you?
Yes. So we jump off the boat. Batting us out. The swim is great. We swim
Yeah,
so great off the boat. We paddle. Jeff says Brandon and Sean, the only people here who know how to paddle. Like we're doing so good.
man.
And like we're doing great. I grabbed onto the rung of the ladder that
Yeah.
everybody stepped on. Like I grabbed on the stepping ladder. So then I stepped out of boat and put my foot lower than the boat, like an awkward angle down. And then just where I was, the weight was distributed weird. It looked like, and then I
Wow.
fell. Like I fell because it was hard. And also not for anything. Like I am not your bodybuilder. I am a guy who's just off the couch. Like this is not. I'm just like you. Not you specifically, but just like a collective. I'm not just like John Powell, or maybe I am. I don't know. But I'm wet clothes, fucking sneakers in the ocean. There's no bottom rung. It was just hearing Jeff yell at me, hearing my tribe wondering where I am, like all of
Right.
that together. Like I've had panic attacks before. Not hundreds, but like I've had them.
Yeah, we all
It
have.
is we all have them. It is
Yeah.
unlike anything I've ever felt before in my life. I am pulling with all of the muscle that I have. I know I have muscle. John Powell, you would not believe how many things I lifted before I left here. Like I really prepared for muscle things. I guess not that much because I called it a muscle thing, but you know what I mean. I I pull so hard up this ladder and I don't move, John. I don't move an inch. I don't move an inch
Oh,
up the ladder. And I felt it in my hands. I couldn't move really my hands as much. I feel myself like shutting down. I'm hyperventilating.
right.
Sean comes back down. It's the beautiful shot of our hands. You've seen that shot, hopefully
Yeah.
the slow mo shot. Beautiful shot. Shout out to the Survivor cinematography team. We get up on the boat. I crawl to the mat. I put my down in the thing, and then I just black out. I don't remember anything beyond getting up. Like you see me kind of do a tumble off the like right off the ladder. I remember that. I don't remember anything after that. Medical comes over. I was laying for like 20 minutes. My
Wow.
heartbeat was like 170 when they came over. Now, granted, the whole time this is happening, Jeff is like making sure, like I'm good. Like I'm not in any. Like it was
Right.
not challenge stopping worthy, or else they would have stopped the challenge. Like I,
Yeah.
I was. Medical comes over, and granted, I don't remember this, so this isn't my firsthand account. This was told to me secondhand, but Dr. Joe, who's a survivor doctor, said like Brandon is in no physical danger, but he's having a panic attack, and that is making him think he's going to die.
Right.
Very morbid, but I was asking if I was going to die. I thought I was having a heart attack. Like I really thought I was having a heart
Well, when that
attack.
kind of stuff happens, like what people don't understand is your body goes into survival mode because it really you really believe and something is happening and your body reacts to that, right? And it's hard to
Right.
like come down from that.
Right. So Jeff was asking me like survivor trivia questions, like get my heart rate down, which was very much
Oh,
appreciated. And then like I cannot thank the survivor medical team. Like they were fantastic. They made me feel at ease. They kept me, they sent everybody off. And like I remember Jeff came over to me afterward. He's like, dude, bad start, but listen, you're gonna go back and it's like this is what you do with it now. Like
yeah,
this is the
yeah.
hand you were dealt. Let's see what you do with it. And like you know, John, because you just spent 7 minutes with me. I deflect with humor. I'm a guy. If I can go there and make a couple jokes, I think it's going to be cool. So that's what I did, and it ended up, it worked pretty well. So it worked for the time that we had it. So we're thrilled about it.
Now you didn't go for the previous advantage, which I wouldn't have gone for either. But then you went for the second one. What was the thinking behind that? Was it just that kind of challenge that you thought you could do well? What was the
Yes,
thinking behind all that?
I would never have done that had I not thought that I could do it. Like I
Right.
really thought that I could, it's a matching game. It's like you go to like, Kohl's, you can find a matching game in the kids section. Like it's not a hard thing. I do not perform well under pressure. I'm not a pressure guy.
Right.
Um, and that's I think that again, I am not making excuses at all for my poor challenge performance. I'm bad at challenges. I will be bad at challenges, maybe professionally. Who knows? Some people aren't good at Survivor challenges. Like Survivor greats aren't good at Survivor challenges.
Right.
However, I will say that I think that like the initial challenge kind of got in my head, and I was just more frazzled than I would have been doing any challenge. And I think that like doing the matching thing, I should have gone back and checked my work. I didn't do that. Like I
Right.
had the three numbers that could have only been six combinations. So I do all six combinations. They all don't work. And then I just go back and do them again because I'm like, did I miss one?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I should
And
have
the,
gone back
and the whole time, the time's ticking down, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. Drew is a gifted puzzle. You see him in the puzzles. Drew knows his puzzles. I thought I knew my puzzles. Maybe it's the Ivy League education. Who knows? But I wish that I practiced puzzles before I left. Like I knew I could do puzzles. It's just, we got unlucky and that's we press forward.
what was your plan going into tribal? Because again, it seemed to be quite clear that it was you and Emily on.
I was hoping, you see Caleb kind of take Emily under his wing and kind of, nurture that relationship, kind of give her PR training, what have you. I was banking on Emily tanking tribal council. I was banking on like, Emily is really is she's so good at she took Caleb's advice and it wasn't, I don't want to give 100% credit to Caleb. Like Emily really implemented the advice that she was given and she did it perfectly. However, I think that like somebody says something that Emily has a reaction to, Emily's going to say it. Emily's not biting her tongue. So I was hoping that in some sort of, during the discourse of tribal council, if Emily heard something she didn't like, that she would go for the jugular. And then I could kind of just sit there and be like, hey, if you want somebody who might, not be great at these things, but not do that, then I'll be here. I was hoping for a situation like that. It ultimately didn't pan out, but I was hoping for Emily to kind of tank.
Going through everything that you went through,
Yeah.
obviously a lot more than other people, you can't still kept saying over and over, I'm having the time of your life. Please explain that to people because people are like, man, this guy's had such a rough time, but here you are saying I'm enjoying all of this.
It's genuinely the best 5 days of my life. Like it will be the best 5 days of my life. It'll be the best 5 days of my life for a very long time. Like I cannot believe I got to do any part of it. Really, like just being there for a second. If I would have been like Bruce at 44 and just like get out in 15 minutes or whatever, I got to go on it's my favorite thing in the world. This has been my favorite thing in the world for my whole life. I got to be there for any amount of time. I wanted to win. I really wanted to win, but at a certain point, it didn't matter. I was fucking Survivor. It's the coolest thing in the world. I get to, for my whole life, say that I was on Survivor, and they'll ask how I did. I'm like, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter how I did. I got to fully and authentically live my childhood dream, which not a lot of people can say. And it doesn't matter how bad you do. It just matters that you had fun. And I'm telling you, the most fun I've ever had.
Perfect. One final question before we go, and I ask this to all the survivors. Is there anything about your journey, or about your survivor experience, whether it was a bond or strategy or something that you wish fans would have seen on the show?
I think that what we really did in the Lulu tribe, we were very funny. We were losing. We were bad at a lot of the stuff that was happening, but we were very, very funny. So I think that I wish that maybe not that, I mean, I think they showed us we were very funny. Like we all have banter. We're a good personality group, but we had so many, excuse me, we had so many jokes that were, the first night we brought the boat in they give you to like go fish. We brought it into the shelter because they're like, maybe we can sleep on this. And we were all cracking up because like, it's the worst idea anybody's ever had. Like, I was like, I've seen every episode of this fucking show. Nobody's ever put the boat in the house. Like nobody's sleeping on the boat. So it's stuff like that. It's like small stuff that I just wish people got to see, but it's the coolest ever.
Well, Brandon, thanks again for talking to us today and spending some time with us. All the best in the future, and can't wait to see you on the finale.
John, you're the best. Thank you, buddy.
Okay, take care.